Live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, this is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, keenly awaited, highly anticipated edition of the afternoon stock review on Monday, brought to you by your humble host, Jerremy Newsome, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. What's going on, traders from around the world? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I'm about to pick up Ashley from the airport in a little bit, so I figured I'd do your stock review a little bit early today. It's actually on 2 o'clock Eastern right now. Just got done with the second hour of Mentorship Monday and the morning trading room. Didn't take any day trades today because the swing trades in the market are working out well. SPY, Jason Smith mentioned that this was a stair-step pattern. He is absolutely correct. Beautiful double bottom. I'm not in anything on the SPY right now other than this guy down there. And I still think we make new all-time highs on the SPY very soon. Everything looks good. Here's your weekly chart. Looks strong. Daily chart looks strong. No real updates or surprises of the SPY, at least not yet anyway. Here's the Qs. The Qs are crushing it. Going wild, child. You got a great bullish gap and go here on Monday, and we have not stopped since. The IWM, just chilling. A lot of traders in some trades on the IWM. And of course, here's your Dow ETF, the DIA, not doing much. Just really hanging out, retesting this retest gap that occurred. So much good stock, so many good trades, so much analysis from each and every one of you. Thank you for all of your emails and your kind words and love and support on this trade. Good Googa Mooga. Netflix was going wild. If you got a chance to take the weekly options newsletter trade, this is one that we have been waiting for really for about the last 2 or 3 months, right? Lose small, win big. This was, ladies and gentlemen, the win big portion of that verbal formula that I just mentioned. Netflix crushing this one right now in a lot of ways, and there are a few traders in leaps, there's a few traders in shares, there's a few traders in put sales, bull put spreads. There's a lot of people bullish on Netflix right now, and rightfully so. This particular May 150 call, the low, we did a limit buy of 350. The low was 335. So we nailed that entry within 15 cents, and that triggered on Wednesday and or on Thursday. Either one would have triggered for you just fine. If you want to subscribe to the weekly options newsletter, it's on reallifetraining.com. Top over there and get you some. Right now, next target on Netflix, 162, but that's just the shorter term. For anyone in longer term leaps or something like that, really 185 is probably the next target, which I know that sounds silly, but hey, all year, we only got, it's only May 1st, in fact. There's a lot of year left in the market. My buddy Doug wanted to look at OC, and OC, here's the weekly chart on OC, so just pulling this up really quick on a weekly. Trend, pretty strong bullish trend right now, doing its thing. You'll notice a little bit of a potential double top here on the weekly chart, but the good news is if we zoom in a little bit, right at the 10 exponential on the weekly. So only time will tell if this does in fact actually bounce off the 10 or not. But here on the daily chart, you'll notice you got a 50 exponential moving average right there. Could this be a double top, or could this be a little bit of a support resistance? Only time will tell. Earnings are done, but I do like these lower shadows, and if we start bouncing off here, I get it, Doug. Looks pretty as an opportunity to buy low, sell high. So many stocks to look at. Here's Facebook, ticker symbol FB. Facebook new all-time highs today, just rock and rolling. Again, on a lot of these stocks like Apple, Facebook, just keep in mind that earnings is right around the corner. And if you're not already in, there's a very good chance you're going to be chasing a lot of tech stocks if you're not in a tech stock right now. Most of them are just going gangbusters. BABA about to hit my 2017 target of 117.08. It's getting real close. Going to be interesting to see exactly what happens on that one. Here's eBay, ticker symbol EBAY. And eBay, realistically, is one of the few tech stocks that is retesting right now. So here's your weekly chart. And this 3260 area, as you might know, was the kind of the previous all-time high, I believe. Let me go out to a weekly chart. Yep, as I was about to say, I think it's the all-time high. Pretty sure it was. So it is. This 3256 all-time high. And there's a lot of choppiness in here. But here's your old resistance, new support, black candle gap down. This was a retest gap. Earnings are over. I was looking at doing a bull put spread on eBay below these 100 and 200 simple moving averages. I want to do a 31.30 for either May or June. Just believe it or not, there was no premium down there at all. Like 8, 9 cents. It was just really not enough at all. So nothing happening on eBay. It's just rock and rolling, doing its thing. Speaking of rock and rolling, another stock that, well, it retested. How weird! So strange that these things do this. White candle gapping up is a retest gap, and then we retest and then we bounce. So strange. Amazon going to $1,000 this year. Here's Google, G-O-G-L. Google doing pretty much the exact same thing, hanging out, retesting, looking pretty strong. Johnny Diego requested some of these stocks. Here's ticker symbol KO for Coke. And Coke, pretty solid blue chip, longer term, buy and hold, investment, dividend type of stock. Huge double bottom down here. We did kind of close with the neckline and slightly retest on Coke. Coke probably is going to do what Coke generally does, just slowly grind higher. Here's the daily time frame. Earnings is over. Also looks like a small double bottom brewing on Coke. So really 45 is going to be a strong resistance, and if it gets up into there, or once it gets up into there, you can always consider some potential covered call action if you can find any premium. But otherwise, Coke trending with the long-term moving averages, slowly increasing in value. Cisco, ticker symbol CSCO. Cisco Systems, here's your monthly chart. And again, the reason I'm pulling out the monthly chart is so you can see that Cisco may or may not have been higher back in the past. So here in the daily time frame, you got a lot of gaps that are happening and a really good pullback opportunity on this one. This was healthy, right? Nice little white candle gapping up. It was a retest gap. This one took a little bit longer, but eventually did retest. And then you got your bullish gap and go back in Monday of last week. And so far today, we're just kind of hanging out. Actually doesn't look too bad. If today's candle can close like this would be like a 3-day pennant pattern. If you're looking at playing Cisco bullish, entry could be above the high of this candle and stop could be kind of below the low of that candle. Just keep in mind earnings a few weeks away. But Cisco Systems, one to watch on a longer term level, as it does appear that it has some room to really, really move. AT&T and Verizon have been trading down big time recently, and that's good for also my other blue chip, longer term, buy and hold dividend type of traders. Both AT&T is trading into a support. That 38.26 will be a great buy low, sell high location. Same thing with Verizon. Verizon about to pull into this 45 support. Safe to say we may or may not have bounced down there before. So for my longer term investors, feel free to keep an eye on those two. USB, US Bank Corp, another bank that just went wild up in here during the November, December Trump Santa Claus rally, whatever you want to call it. Potential head and shoulders pattern on a lot of the financials out there. That I do agree with. And we talked about that a lot on Finance Friday, last Friday. All I can say is in a lot of the financial situations, you got a little bit of a support, you got a little bit of a resistance right there. Let's chop around in there, and if it breaks up higher, go long. If it breaks down, go short. USB, like a lot of the other financials, pretty much just doing that. Here's GE, General Electric, trading in a channel. Here's your weekly chart. And this weekly chart, 28.22 is the support, 31.44 is the resistance. Buy low, sell high on GE. Still got some room to go, about another point or so down to that 28, but a very strong, longer term blue chip, buy low, sell high, dividend type of stock. Fun fact of the day, did you know that Facebook's market capitalization is, I think, now double and approaching triple what General Electric's market cap is? Facebook, unbelievable, right? Incredible, incredible stuff. Here's Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines up almost 1% today, which is great because we have a 43.42 bull put spread expiring in May. I love this lower shadow. I like this potential, even though it's very ugly, inverted head and shoulders pattern could be forming on Delta. I like the last 3 candles. So if we can close and break above the high of Friday, Delta to me is also in what appears to be a buy zone. I like Delta. We're in it as a bull put spread, mostly because it's below the 200 simple on the daily and also below the 100 simple on the weekly. And I'm still in the camp. I might be the only one at this point. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Delta and also American Airlines. That's just my guess, but only time will tell. And last but not least for the day, here's Comcast, ticker symbol CMCA. Still don't know how this thing is still in business, mostly because the customer service is deplorable. I'd rather be working with an entire giant box of rocks that is covered in mustard, throw down a hill, hit with a baseball bat, and shot out with paintball guns. Comcast made a new all-time high just 2 or 3 days ago, and what a lot of people are doing smartly is selling, locking in profits. And likely at that point, Comcast, here's your previous Pretty sure this is the all-time high on Comcast, but it might have been higher in 2000 when people had no other choice but to buy cable. Here's the monthly time frame. Yep, so we've been higher than this on Comcast. And look at this just almost parabolic angle from 2009 to right now. Huge, huge move. Almost a 500% growth on Comcast. Put it to you this way, I'm not investing in Comcast or in cable long term, but if I would, it wouldn't be at this particular price. Short term, however, for a quick in and out, hey, I want to pay my electric bill. Here's your resistance. Let it pull into all-time high. Buy low, sell high. Look for that bounce on Comcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your request. I appreciate it. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a great rest of your next few days. Tomorrow, big day, Wednesday, I will be sending out another free real-life stock review. If you have any other suggestions, stocks, or anything you want me to look at, feel free to email me, Jerremy@reallifetraining.com. I also have a Twitter, @Newsome Nuggets. We now have an Instagram. I'm on Facebook. We do the social media thing. Our mission is to enrich lives. Thanks for being here. You're amazing. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.